Alright, what's going on, guys? Spencer here again. Um, got another PHP tutorial coming up for you. This one will be covering the basics of forms and stuff. I'll go ahead and put links to all the resources you'll need on below and everything. But what I really wanted to do was cover forms. So we already have our bit web server turned on and everything, or if you're using your desktop, your PHP server, whatever you used. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Now, first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is, oopsie, I did press that by mistake. All right, scanning all the projects and all of that. This is gonna be ours. I don't know if you can see it, but I named this coin.php and everything. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is view it in the browser. You see everything up here. I'll go ahead and scroll up. See the 0 and the function plus 2 resulting coins being just 2. So we're going to do something amazing here. So we got 33 here. Let's enter that coin. Number appears, change to 33, and the function plus 2 results in coin being 35. So the other function adds 2 to it. So let's go ahead and review. Let's go ahead and look at the code that we used to do it. This is your basics of the forms. Now here's where we first created it and everything. We have a variable called coins, PHP variable called coins, and we initially set that to 0. So now we go with, now this one here is the server, and this is called a super global. Super globals are set to make a certain action work behind the scenes and everything. Like you have cookies is set and everything. But I'll go ahead and post the link to that so you can read up more about them. I'm not gonna really go over them, but they're set there. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is set if server, and then what's in here is the request method. And the request method is either going to be post or get. Difference being between post and get is when you pass a method as a get, it posts that information and everything on with the URL. Like with Facebook and everything, Facebook uses PHP. So whenever you log into a user's profile and everything, at the last line you either see their name or a bunch of numbers. That'll be the get part of it. Now this one we're doing with post, because get, you don't want to put out like your passwords or PIN numbers or anything like that. With post, that hides it and everything for that. So server the request method is equal to post, as you can see there. Coins is going to be equal to post, and that's also super global post here. I'm going to go ahead and explain that, and you'll see coins in there as well. But before we go ahead and get started on that, we're going to go ahead and explain the function plus. You see the function plus 2 like we talked about in the video and everything. Now we set that as an argument of added, like the parameter and everything is going to be added, and then what it is, and then we're going to just return the value of added plus 2. Now we return it, it sends it back. Like you send in the information and it sends the answer back. So if you like return 2 plus 2, if you do function plus 2 without any arguments or anything, you do return 2 plus 2, it's going to come out to be 4. I wrote a little bit of commenting on here. Now and this comment is only going to explain it, so I'll go ahead and kind of read over it. This will echo out PHP variable coins and will output also coins plus 2, because remember, with the function plus 2, the argument is added, which we place in the PHP variable coins, which defines the value of coins is now the value of added, which means the value of coin is now the value of added, just because, remember, variables are just placeholders. And variables can be known as other variables as well, and the value of that one is going to be in there. So i.e. the variables, the cup and the ball, remember we talked about that. and the cup is the value. So place the cup with the ball in it is another cup, which means you place the other cup, which now has the ball in it. Technically, whatever's in the first cup is now also in the other cup. So So think about it like this: you pour apple juice into a cup, and then you put that cup into another cup. What do you still have in the cup there? Apple juice. So apple juice is the value, the variable, and we'll go ahead and label the first one the number one cup, and we'll name the other one we're putting into the number two cup. So the value of the number two cup is going to be apple juice. Why? Because the number one value is apple juice, and we place the number one cup inside the number two cup, which means you're still going to be drinking apple juice. So there you go. And then we're going to echo coins, which will echo out the value of coins and everything. So when we set it to say like 33 and everything, is going to display 33. Then the next echo, we're going to have a break statement. That is for the HTML. All that does is put it in the next line. Whatever line is in there or whatever you're typing out, it'll go ahead and put it into the next line. Usually used for like paragraphs and stuff like that. So I intentionally misspelled a function right here. You see function and all that. I intentionally misspelled that so you could see it. The function plus 2 results in coins being, and then you concatenate plus 2, the function plus 2, and then the value of added is the value of coins. And the value of coins is whatever we put into the box and press coins and everything. So let me go ahead and put that in there. And now we have the H1 tag, which will be the real dense one for HTML. So the total is, and then we have PHP echo coins, which will echo out the value of coins, which means it'll display the value of coins that you set. Now let's go ahead and go over the form action. Now action, what it is it'll send that information to another PHP script, which usually means another web page. So this one, now we have HTML special characters. Now that one is used to kind of encrypt the web page and everything, because hackers can go ahead and hack that. So HTML special chars kind of discourage hackers from being successful in their attack on your website or whatever the value HTML special characters is. That'll be within the database and everything, PHP databasing and all that. You can read up more about that too. I'm not going to place that here because I'm just going over the basics. So that way you have an understanding of it. So we have HTML special characters and server, and we have a super global server, which up here the request method is post, server is post, and everything. And this one is going to be PHP self, which means it sends that information to the same script, which means it sends that information to the same web page. And then you see method is post here, see? Because you look up forms and everything, you'll have action and method. Like you put in the form, you have action and method. So you'll look up at that and all of that. You see server, the super global server request method is equal to post, and the method is equal to post because it's the request method. It'll either be post or get. Your two main ones. Action is just the website that is going to be going to, or the PHP script. So anyway, now we have coins outputting here in HTML. Now HTML, to display coins and the equal sign, you could just type it like that or type it in paragraphs. I did it that way just for simplistic reasons and everything. So we input type is equal to text, which will mean the box is going to be text and everything. It's going to be a text box you could type into. And the name is coins. See? And J output it too. I did that by mistake. Which will probably show up and everything. Now you see up here coins is equal to post, the post method, and then you'll see the name is coins. So whatever is in names will go into that post value, or get super global, the post super global or the get super global. The name in that box is going to be going in. See, the method is post. The super global post is just to output that information in the form and everything. And the input type is going to be submit, and the name is going to be submit as well. Now the Now the type is submit, which is input button. Name is going to be submit, which pretty much means outputs the default name of the button, which means the default action of the form. Like for a button, should you choose to submit it, this is what it'll show up. And even though it is object oriented and everything, you still have to think about it like the paradigm as procedural, because it goes from the top down. It really does. It goes from the top down. Now function +2 is added and everything. I didn't kind of put that on the bottom there. It still would have worked if I put the function up there. And you see +2 is coins. That's the function, and the function is +2 is right here. So you'll also see that right there with the added placeholder going to be coins. So you see added +2, so which technically means coins +2, which in turn when we typed in 33, we got 35. And now the value is enter coins, which will pretty much be the display text that's in that box there. Is enter coins, and then you close that tag with the slash tag and then the name and everything. You got form, and then you got form with the slash and everything, which will kind of cut that out. All right. So now that you guys see how all that worked, we'll go ahead and view it in the browser and keep playing with it, you know. So value results in being 2. So 0 plus 2 is 2. So 50 got 50 coins, 50 numbers up here. Let me go ahead and zoom it up just in case, you know. Let me zoom it out a bit. There we go. 50. And then the function +2 results in coins being 52, because you know the function of +2 is adding 2 to the value, the argument, which is added. Added is that value and everything. So you're adding that in there. So you're adding basically coins +2. So you put in 50 coins, it's going to be 50 + 2. And then let's go ahead and go with 66. Now echoes coins. The value of coins is now 66. The function +2 results in coins being 66 + 2, which is 67, 68. And now we're going to go ahead and mess around a bit with this. So let's go ahead and put in 22. Then we'll go ahead and save, and then we'll view it in the browser. Now the 2. And now let's put in 44. And 44 plus 22 is 66. So, and let's go ahead. 13. Enter coins. Enter 13, and the result is 13 plus 22 is 35. So when you return a function, it just sends it back. Whatever you're putting in it, it sends it back. Basically, it sends it back of the function and everything. So like you're gonna see like you're during your career, you're gonna see like code like if something is not equal to something, return, and then just the semicolon, which means it returns nothing. So nothing gets returned. So therefore, it's pretty much nullified. So if, like, say you were making a game, if bullet count is not, so if bullet, like, say you're making a game and bullet count is not equal to 7, then you hit like return and all that. Else bullet count is 7, and weapon is pistol, and shoot is enabled, so you can shoot. Congratulations, you just learned a little bit of gaming programming. Yay, 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 yay. So hope you guys have that down packed. I'll go ahead and put the source code on my website and everything, but it'll be on my website. Yeah, you didn't think I was just gonna make it that easy. Haha. Yeah, you gotta see the site. Or if you're already watching this video from our website, then good on ya, mate. Good on ya. Now, next time we'll go ahead and cover object-oriented PHP, which is another data type in PHP and everything. So we'll go ahead and cover that next time too. That'll take me a while to do because it's kind of difficult for me to make scripts that make sense and everything. But just so you can get the gist of it and understand. Now remember, HTML special chars, it does discourage basically hacking the website domain name and everything. Like if you set it, like for the form action is going to be the website. Just to recap, see, so just to recap, coins is equal to 0. Now if the server request method super global is equal to post, which will either be post or get or one of the other ones. I don't remember, don't care, never needed to use it, so I don't need to use it. I haven't even needed to use it when I first made the social media website and everything. Of course, I didn't get it done in time and all of that, so I couldn't get it to my client because he didn't even want it anymore because it took me a while to do. But I still have that, so I will be making a social media website and everything. But it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different this time. It's going to be so much different than Facebook and Twitter and all of that. It is. But anyway, I ain't going to spoil the supplies and all of that. So coins equal to post coins, and post is going to be, and the post is going to be the name and everything, which is in the input type, which is a text box, and the method is going to be post. Now the difference between get and post is get returns that information. Post sends that information like within the background. So if you want to return the username on the URL, that's what you would use get for. But you wouldn't return the password on the URL because that would be pointless and stupid. That's what you would use post for, to set the password and everything. So the get value wouldn't return it. Alright. It's really itchy for some reason. I got dandruff problems. My name is Spencer T. You know me. If you don't, I'm like, strange and everything. But I got millions and millions of medical problems. But all in all, still alive. Haha, haters. Haha, I'm still alive. Yeah, nice try. It's really funny though, because I am really difficult to kill. But that's a story that I will never tell. But I'm still here, still making money, still rich. Yeah. Which still translates to I have a full-time business and it's doing very well, and I'm quite happy. And you're probably wondering why I'm still using a crappy tablet. Well, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere if it hadn't been. And really, I'm also doing online entrepreneurship and everything, because starting off it wasn't easy. It's still not easy, and I'm pretty much where I want to be at, and it still ain't easy. So mine is just that. So what I'm doing is just doing the part of simplistics to kind of help other people who are starting online entrepreneurship to understand that it ain't going to be easy, but it is possible. And I'm using a tablet to teach code. I'm using a tablet to blog. I'm using a tablet to pretty much do everything. And it's a shitty tablet at that. But it works. It works. I can simplify it. So anyway, the source code will be available on the website. If you don't see this video on the website, then the source code isn't available on the website. So once you see it on my website, it'll be good. But I'm going to put this on YouTube and Vimeo and everything. Yeah, I started using Vimeo. Weirdly enough, during my SEO training, I kind of found out a few things that Vimeo does help with your SEO as far as your rankings on Google and stuff. So I started utilizing it and everything. I mean, to really get a grasp on it, you have to kind of pay. But yeah, I'm trying to teach people how to do this without having to spend a shit ton of money. Like, let's say you only have a budget of like $100 like every 2 weeks. That's what I'm doing. But you see the PHP code here and everything, so you can use that to your advantage and everything. But like I said, all the resources for PHP will be in there. I'm only here to teach you the basics. You want to know the advanced stuff and all of that, you pretty much got to do the research and get it on your own. Because see, this whole thing is, with me teaching you, you got to want it. You got to want it. You gotta want it badly enough. So there's research, there's Google, there's Bing. You know, you want to answer the question, you'll get it. Even use Stack Exchange. I use Stack Exchange all the time. Of course, I use it more to get questions answered than I do answer questions and everything. But I have a pretty decent score on there. Oh, one secret though is if you make over like over 1,000 points on a Stack Exchange, you're pretty much up there. You're pretty much up there with the big boys. Now, plenty of people are making over $100,000, not dollars, but points and everything, which gives them props for the jobs and everything, like web developer and all of that. So I'm only at 85, of course, because I don't spend time answering questions on there and everything. I'm usually doing other stuff, but it can. So you want something have on your resume to be impressive and all of that, and you have over 1,000 on there, take that to the interview. You'll be good. But yes, I will post the links and everything, PHP information. The source code is going to be on my website. So you go to my website, which will also be below, you'll find it. But again, this is Spencer Williams. This has been another PHP tutorial. And, there you go. Peace. How do I turn this thing off? Talk about making websites on my smartphone, which I've done, because I actually have a WordPress theme in the process. That is just that being one person trying to run everything all at once is a little time consuming. It is. It's time consuming, and I can't really get to everything. So, and I just haven't hired anyone to help me out with that yet. I haven't. Now I'm doing recruiting for paid social media jobs too, so on top of that. So where is it at? Alright, I'm going to press this button, end it and everything. So if you really, but yes, once I'm done with my WordPress thing and everything, after a few updates after that, I'm going to start charging for it. But if you sign up with me and everything, if you sign up with me between now until everything gets done and all that, that's past the beta phase and everything, you'll be my beta testers and all that. So by the time I get that done and everything, you should be fine. But if you're not signed up by a certain set date and everything, I am gonna start charging for it. So if you have it, if you're a subscriber, great. If you're not, that's on you, buddy. That's on you. I told you what it was. I told you what it was on the website. Told you what it was when I was blogging. Told you what it was. I'm making a WordPress theme. It's optimized for SEO usage and everything. So, you either sign up for it, you either sign up to my newsletter, which both links will be on the below, both my entrepreneur and my main business website. But other than that, this is Spencer T. This has been another tutorial. Peace.